Welcome back. This is Nina back again for another video, and this time this is a very sad and troubling video. However, I would like for people to share this because this case is being swept under the rug in Louisiana, and his story needs to get out there. I found it a little hard to believe that major news outlets has yet to pick this story up. However, I really want to put this out there because his family deserves justice under what is looking to be very suspicious circumstances. This article is coming from people.com, and it says a black Louisiana teen disappearance and mysterious death has led his family to question whether local enforcement took his concerns seriously after the 15-year-old went missing. Quawan Bobby Charles, excuse me if I mispronounced his name, was at his father's home on October 30th when he apparently left with a 17-year-old friend and that friend's mother, both whom are Caucasian, who showed up while the father was out shopping, according to Charles' family members. But his family did not learn that detail until 3 days later from a third-hand source. An attorney for the family tells People. This is where the story actually gets very sketchy, and I'm going to link how he looked when he was found. I'm going to link it. It is a trigger warning. Trigger warning before you click that link. His body was found similar to Emmett Till's. The grotesqueness of it, again, trigger warning if you would like to see those pictures, because it definitely enraged me deeply, the same way that I know his family is hurting right now. After his family reported Quawan missing October 30th, police in Baldwin, Louisiana, first suggested to Quawan's family that he might have gone off to a football game. I've never heard of a football game lasting 3 whole days. And they questioned whether he had a troubled past, said their attorney Ron Haley. Then they allegedly didn't try to ping his cell phone until 3 days later, says Haley. That's how they knew where to narrow the search for him. The teen's body was found November 3rd in a sugarcane field near the village of Loreauville, about 25 miles from his Baldwin home, the Iberia Parish Sheriff's Office said in a November 5th news release. So obviously the police were definitely not taking this seriously. And the following details I'm about to read, again, trigger warning. The body was found in such bad condition. It was extremely heartbreaking to hear this information about what happened to this young man. I've often tried to report various stories like this on my channel for awareness for people. Not only for yourself, but to be aware. 2020 is a very evil year. You never know when something is about to happen to you or people you love. So I'm going to continue reading. Local media picked up the story only after the family went public following the discovery, and an aunt posted the graphic photo of the victim on a GoFundMe page seeking donations to pay for a private autopsy. So that's how these pictures got out. The family was enraged, and they decided to put the photos out so the people can see what actually happened to this young man. Although authorities told the family that Quawan had drowned, the cane field holds a minimum amount of water, and the photo indicates additional injuries to the victim, he said. An autopsy has been performed according to the sheriff's office, but results were not released. The family's perceived indifference and lack of empathy by local law enforcement between the missing persons report and the discovery of the teen's body makes the family wonder if the victim's race played a part in the response, Haley says. Every local media outlet that I spoke with that covers the Iberia Parish area said that they didn't even know a child was missing. So this was not even put out to local media, let alone killed until the family put it out on their own notice. A child was taken from, or last taken from his parents' home without permission, and they reported to the police, and that's somehow not a priority one. That is mind boggling, said the lawyer. Quawan's family says they felt that they were not getting enough support and they were not being listened to. A call by people to the Baldwin Police Department was not immediately returned. I'm not surprised. In a second news release, the sheriff's office said it continues to investigate the suspicious circumstances of Quawan's passing, adding investigators have interviewed multiple individuals and collected physical evidence which is being processed, but no other details have been released. And the family went on to say if it was a white kid, they would have looked for him. A protest is now taking place outside the Iberia Parish Courthouse, and KLFY reports that Jamal Taylor, the founder of Stand Black, who helped organize the protest, said, I assure if Jamal Taylor picked up a 15-year-old white child and she turned up the way he did, I don't think I'd even make it to the courthouse. At the rally, Quawan's aunt Celia Charles said, everybody lives matter, but Quawan's life was taken away recklessly, and it was sad, and we're going to get justice. Haley tells people that it wasn't until November 2nd, 3 days later, after the teen went missing, that a third party alerted Quawan's family that he left his father's house in the company of his teen's friend and the friend's mother, who police have still yet to identify. Quawan's father, Kenneth Jacko, said he was joined by parish deputies when he went to the second family's home to ask questions about his son on November 3rd, the day before Quawan's body was found. The mother told him that the two boys had wanted to spend time together, but that Quawan had later left alone. After that, the story gets a little hazy. Why did Bobby leave, or what time did he leave, is unclear. The only thing that was consistent was she picked him up and brought him back to her place. After that, nothing. And that should draw suspicion in and of itself. Further complicating matters, he says, is that the witness saw the mother and her son pack up their belongings this week, and they have not been located since. Extremely disturbing details. And like I said, if they had nothing to hide, why did they leave? You could have taken a lie detector test or something, and you could have been done. Why did you have to pack up and leave after people started questioning you? Something about this is very off. The response to the reports of Quawan's passing, Bonet's fiance Kevin Archin told the outlet, again, if it was a white person or if it was one of their kids, people would be in jail by now. And alleging a sluggish response to the police, they say, we know that the most critical moments in any missing persons report, in particular one involving a child, are those first few precious seconds, minutes, and hours that go by. They say that if they had found a little bit better sense of urgency, he probably could have been found quicker, or somebody would be held accountable now. Again, this story is sad. I'm going to link the pictures to below the description of this video. It is extremely disturbing. Half his face is gone. His teeth are poking out. He has a lot of lacerations around his neck, his upper torso area, as well as his forehead. If anyone has any information concerning this case, please contact your local police department if you have any information. If I get an update on this story, I will definitely be coming back to update you guys. His family deserves justice, and again, this is sad. So, until next time, subscribe and be safe. Prayers to his family.